Hi, I'm Craig Butler, professional football manager and father to top international players. Football coach to Jamaica's youngest and most talented players. Jamaica, why haven't we started the Premier League when the rest of the world has started already? You want people starved to death? Consistency is key to development. Anyone who says otherwise is utter madness. These are mad people. We have a Football Unfiltered exclusive with Leon Bailey, Raheem Sterling, and Jadon Sancho simultaneously. You heard it here first, folks. We dissect and present football in a way that you've never seen before. Trust me on that. Craig Butler's Football Unfiltered. Don't miss it.
Hello. Welcome to welcome everybody to a special episode of Craig Butler's Football Unfiltered. We are here pretty early than usual. It's like 11 o'clock here in Jamaica, and down in UK it's or across the ocean it's already in the afternoon over there. But thank you guys for being patient with us, and I know it's been some time since our last stream. But as we say every time, I mean, how much stuff is going on in Phoenix? I mean, it's my fault too, but it's just been going crazy. Sorry, I'm just trying to get this camera right. It's just been going crazy. We've added more team members. We've had Manning Cup going on, and that's twice a week this week. We're trying to do things for getting this office sorted and big plans coming up and projects and here and there. So it's been really busy. So, I mean, Coach, how have you been these past few weeks? I mean, you yourself are still getting calls this very second.
I'm still getting calls right now. David, you have to come and discuss it with me on the show. We're on the show right now, but I'll get back to you in a little bit, okay?
I don't need her. It's a vulture that I send that to the drinks in my post, not correct.
Oh, of course. I can well imagine.
In similar thing when we say work in progress, Premier League exposure, what do you think?
Of course. No, sir. Let me shout you back. I want you to come on the show, though. Okay? You can come on the show. We're on live now. I'm gonna bring you on. So come on, I'm gonna send you the link.
Yeah, so it's been a lot of stuff going on. Phoenix is, I guess you're saying, it's what do you call it? A new paradigm shift or something, or is
yeah, it's really a different level. This is the to bring them on.
Yes,
right?
yeah.
Okay, let me forward it.
We also have obviously the partnership with Mona, and that's been going extremely well. Mona, we just beat Wolmers yesterday. So if you're not following our Phoenix Academy page, subscribe to that. You'll get all the latest updates on Mona and how they're doing and how the boys are doing. We have a big thing coming up in December, or two big things. One thing we talked about a bit with one of our last streams, we had an agent on, Jordy. So we have that combine happening. There's so much. What else is going on? I mean,
all right, let's talk.
Yeah.
This is what's happening. We've been doing well. We are really excited about Leon and Raheem finally get to face off.
Yeah, title of this show.
To face off, and we're going to discuss a little of the qualities of both players, the improvements with Leon and where we expect him to go.
Mm-hmm.
We're also going to discuss a little bit about the challenges that both are facing in England at this time.
Yeah.
And also about the Manning Cup and how Mona, our players who have come from Mona into Phoenix and now utilizing that experience to show the systems in Manning Cup, and where we're going in terms of this winter. In this winter, just check this, no less than 10 Premier League teams are sending scouts and technical directors and coaches down to Jamaica to our showcase because of what our players did in the U19s when they went to England and showed that quality. So Leon and Kyle and Kevon were the pioneers, along with Travis. And now Kemar Reed and the others followed suit, went into Europe doing well. Kemar Reed, Kimo Jackson, Siobhan McLaren, Ricardo Martin, and now we have the next generation that have gone into England. They've traveled actually three different trips, First trip Spain, second trip Belgium and Germany, and the third trip now into England, where they have beaten Genk in Belgium, tied with Leverkusen in Germany, beat Maastricht in Holland, and came second in the tournament in Spain. So we are now then they went to England, beat Aston Villa, beat Crystal Palace, Reading, several other teams. So that has now brought the eyes of all the other Premier League clubs that are able to contract these players, because they're now 18, 19, 17, almost 18. So these clubs that are able to contract these players are now sending their scouts down to Jamaica. They're going to be doing testing. It's going to be really good because it's going to be a difference. This has never been done before. We're going to have where they're actually doing physical speed and agility tests with all the players, so they'll be able to match them up against what they have. We're also going to be doing where they're playing games and they're going to be seeing the quality of the players. We're going to include our good friend over there, Rudy Speed. It's also going to honor, this is the first that we're doing this, and I'm a man that believes very much in honoring those who have gone before us. Yeah. So we're honoring Mark Mendel, who was the first person in Jamaica who came up with the idea of paying players and allowing them to become professionals. And at the time, it was so far-fetched for the JFF to think that could happen. They banned him. They banned him. They banned Mark Mendel for about a year or something like that, because he was paying players. And he never wavered. He never stopped. And today, every Jamaican is looking to become a professional player. Even the players at the Premier League level expect to be paid. So he was a pioneer in this area. And Ali McNabb was one of our first professional players that went over into Europe, played into England, played into the USL as well, and played. And he was a top player, footballer, became a sportscaster, went into politics, is now a close aide of the Minister of Sport. Yeah. And so he has shown that a footballer can actually become a professional, not just in football, but in other areas of the sport. So he's been able to really transcend. And so this combine that we're doing, this showcase that we're going to have, will be one that incorporates, that is going to be called the Mendel McNabb Showcase, in honor of those two people. And we're going to do it every year. We hope to get at least 10, 11 players again gone from our shores to chase their dreams, to find opportunities, to pioneer and help more people, more players, until our league is strong enough to be able to generate and take care of its own players and pay them good salaries where they can buy their mommy's houses up in Cherry Gardens.
Exactly.
So
not only that, you have all their players from England coming back who are at the academy. Our partner Brookhouse.
We're gonna have the top man Whisper Dejan Richards, scoring lots of goals against Leicester, scoring against Reading, all of those clubs over there. For Brookhouse now. Everyone is calling us about him. Emeka is calling me. Emeka is the manager of Jadon Sancho, and he's a good friend, good guy. We also have Jade Clark and Theory Mills Putty, also coming out of the academy, who is at Brookhouse now doing very well. Buster Hussey is also there, and Xander and Dante are also coming back from Germany. They've been doing their schooling online here as well while there, so it's a good thing for them to come back now, and they're going to share their experiences with club football while they were there. So
Yeah.
It's a great thing to do, but let us get into the meat of the matter.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the great Leon Bailey
Yeah.
and the great Raheem Sterling.
Yeah.
Two
So
close friends
you
who
said-
party together, hang out together,
yeah.
get in trouble with COVID together.
Oh yeah. You said before this was like a matchup in the making. It's been
yeah,
long time coming.
it's been years. Leon been looking forward. He said, one day I'm going to play against him. One day I'm going to play against him. And I said, Leon, you will play against him. You will be respected, just as respected as he is. And Raheem has really been a trailblazer. He went there before. He went into England before. He went the English route, while we went the European route.
Mhm.
Obviously, because we had to get by the JFF, and
Yeah.
the whole idea of the JFF blocking us. As you can see, we're in our Phoenix Sports Management shirts.
Yep.
We're
Official.
making sure that we're very professional, and we're giving Leon and all the players as much as we can
Yeah.
from a managerial perspective and a support perspective. We just hired another social media rep who's joined us. We have Summer, who's now our assistant, who works with us. Come
Yeah.
say hi to everybody in a song. Summer.
We also have new technology coming. We bought one of the top of the line camera systems that every academy uses around the world. So that's going to be coming. That's going to be coming up this week. I think it's
Yes,
just
great
clearing
footage,
customs.
great player footage and stuff.
Yeah.
And so it's exciting. Now, someone wants to get a coach's perspective,
Yeah.
Jordy, of
The
um,
abilities of both Sterling and Bailey on the basis of who is more complete player.
whoa, difficult. Raheem don't like me. Raheem is my friend, Rate him. I rate Raheem. This whole idea of who is better. It's like people saying Cristiano Ronaldo is better than Messi. People's views are going to differ,
Yeah.
and stats don't necessarily show, because you can have a Messi in a great team and a
Yeah.
Cristiano Ronaldo in a team that's not performing, not getting the ball, and so the stats don't help.
Yeah.
Leon is now in Aston Villa in England, and the team has started to do extremely well under Steven Gerrard.
Yeah. He played very well.
And when Leon was a little boy, I'm gonna share some things with you. There are times he would run away to cassava piece.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I used to have to go, and I'm driving in the Jeep, and the people in the community like, he just went that way. He just went that way. He just went that way. He gone around the corner.
Yeah.
Right? Because he would hide from training.
Mm.
I used to have to chase him.
Mm.
Yeah. I said, this damn boy, so much ability, but he loved to give trouble. He's supposed to be at training, and he's at the bus stop chasing girls when he was 13,
Yeah.
bus station. So the greatest thing I think could happen is, I'm not afraid of Leon Bailey. I'm his coach. I always told him from when I was young,
Mhm.
I'm not here to be a friend.
Mhm.
I'm here to make you into the greatest that you can be.
Yeah.
And so I pushed him really hard. So he's used to somebody really pushing him hard.
Mhm.
He went to Genk and he ran into Peter Mars. Now he's a monster. If you think I'm bad, he's horrible. Yeah? And so he really got a lot out of him. He would bench him, if you don't do what you want, bench him and come on. He would best goal at the Europa League at
Yeah.
18.
Yeah.
Running like playing left back and left wing at the same time, running up and down the wing.
Yeah.
Complaining every day. And I'm fighting. No, just let him play right wing alone. But I knew deep down in my heart,
Yeah.
it was making his core stronger,
Mm.
making him ready,
Resilient.
resilient, powerful. So I didn't complain too much. I complained enough that he said, boy, at least he defended me still.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I wouldn't complain to the level that I could, because I wanted him to work. It made him stronger. Sure enough, he goes to Leverkusen, and Leverkusen does the same thing.
Mm.
That him playing on the wings, going back and forth, and at that point, and saying, "Hold on, this is not his career as a left back. He's a right winger. Use him." They didn't, and had to really put pressure, and eventually, they played him in his position, and he started to score a lot of goals and assists. Today, right, he's gone
To Villa.
to Villa, and he is performing now under Gerard because Gerard is. I read Gerard's. I saw Gerard's interview because I follow it. Yeah, says he's really pushing him hard, training hard, and he's a hard trainer. And any coach that was any had any real success as a player, yeah, usually coaches the same way that he trains. So Gerard was a hard worker. I'd be sorry for the team that Cristiano Ronaldo coaches. You know,
Yeah.
because he's like a monster trainer. He don't eat, sleep, breathe football. That's it.
Even
Yeah?
sometimes on the bench, he's coaching.
Yeah. So you'll find that when Christie becomes a coach, he's gonna run his players into the ground until they become monsters like himself.
Yeah.
I think that's what Gerard is doing, and I think it's benefiting Leon extremely well. He's running hard. The last game he played, he not only lost balls, but he won them back and played them forward again, which is adding to his dimensions. You know, a lot of times wingers play, they lose the ball, they pressure a little, and then they trap back. No, I'm running you down right down into the ground and get it back.
Yeah.
And I think that's one of the great things that we had from Leon. I think that Raheem has a lot to prove, you know. And this is the thing with,
which is
good players.
Yeah, which is funny because he's proven so much already.
Yeah, because what happened is they come and they doubt him again, and they bring in our boy Jack Grealish from Aston Villa, and they bench him a couple times and want to prove himself. And Raheem is going through a transition, you know. He changes his managerial style. He started to do things himself. And that causes a problem in of itself because now you have to be thinking about a lot of other things outside of just training and playing football. Yeah. He's thinking, you know, he's starting up in fashion business. He's starting that. He has to negotiate his salary. He has to probably speak to coaches on his own behalf, which can be difficult. Yeah. Because there are times when, for example, when Leon was at Leverkusen, I lashed out, went to the media, say you're not playing the guy, you're losing, you need to play him now. Went to the club, said, listen, we have an agreement, he has to play X amount of times and you're not playing him. He must play, or we're going to move right now. You know, type of things. But then they will turn back and say, you know what, that guy Craig Butler, he's a really hard manager. We don't even like dealing with him. But Leon is a good guy. Yeah? But Leon doesn't say anything. They don't know that we sit down behind closed doors and he's like, he tells me all of his issues, you know, and then I address it. That's why you have managers. Poor Raheem now, he's now basically on his own, and he's doing a great job at it, you know.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, he's doing a great job of it because he fired his longtime manager. But he's doing a decent job of it. But at the same time, it can put pressure on you on the pitch. It can put pressure in how the coach deals with you because now you're answering the coach directly as to what you want versus someone representing you. It's slightly different. But I've seen Raheem. Perform, and he's been doing well. He's doing well. He's showing his qualities. You know, one thing about a Jamaican, and this is why I love Raheem so much. When Raheem is in Jamaica and he's here, he's visiting, but want top man, are you the big boss? You know? All love, no hype, not showing off like he's a shit, you know? Excuse my language. But he's humble.
And he gives back to a lot of communities.
He gives back to a lot of communities. He was a good example for Leon because he just broke through just before Leon. Had a couple of years on Leon, you know. And now Both of them are playing at the highest level. And I think that this is going to be a ding dong battle, a very exciting game. I think they're going to be proving against each other. So if Raheem makes a dribble, I guarantee Leon going to make one too. Yeah. And they're going to fight each other. I mean, I hope Raheem doesn't play on the left and Leon on the right because it's going to be a hell of a war.
They're going to wind up, whatever Raheem does, Leon has to do better.
Yeah. That's how they are. They've always been like that. And it's funny. I'm so proud of both of them as Jamaicans.
Yeah.
As Jamaicans and ambassadors for the sport. And ambassadors for having fun and being human. You know, you have a lot of people that go on as if, okay, well, we're not going to go to watch a concert because we're professional footballers. We didn't say you were dead. You're a professional footballer. That's what you do for a living. It doesn't mean that you can't go with your girlfriend to a concert. It doesn't mean that you can't like nice clothes. It doesn't mean that you can't go on vacations that other people would dream of because you work hard for it.
Yeah.
People don't know how hard a professional footballer works.
Well, it's funny. We have
sometimes I'm calling Leon.
Yeah.
Where are you, Chippy? Oh, I have the physio. I'm working on my body. Okay, Chippy. You went to bed last night? What time? You going to bed early? Yes, I'm going to bed early. His girlfriend is making sure he goes to bed early, making sure he eats the right food, making sure he's getting a physio to work on his muscles and training.
Yeah.
And they're training. He can't come home for Christmas.
Yeah.
I'm not going to see my son for Christmas because he has a game.
Yeah.
Raheem has been dealing with this all his life. You know? And then we have so many people that come on the thing, the fans, or I don't call you guys fans because you're not real. If the player plays one bad game or two, you're ready to criminalize him. Yeah. But then he plays another game, the next game, and you're singing his name. Yeah. You know, you need to be real. Stick with your players all the time. You know, people said to me, Craig, which is the team that you carry? You know, which team do you carry in world football? I carry Phoenix All Stars Football Academy.
Yeah.
And wherever Leon goes, or wherever Kemar goes, or wherever Kevon or Kyle or whichever one of our players goes, I will support that team. Because my loyalty is to them. I'm not a new fan, you know? And you don't look at a player, you say, okay, well, when Chippy reaches, he doesn't do well today, you go and you get another player, you put him in the place. And Leon was never any good. Of course he's good. It's a football. Football, the ball is round. Today, Manchester City can get beaten from Aston Villa. And Aston Villa can beat Manchester City can also beat Aston Villa. The ball is round. You don't know what can happen on that day. The tactics of the coaches may quit out. You may have a situation where one outsmarts the other. You know, but one thing I can tell you, those two players are fully equipped to execute the directives of their coaches.
And I mean, like what you said, Leon has started how many games? 3-4 games so far this season out of 38 total, or however much they play. I mean, there's still so much time left, and he's still obviously. I mean, Premier League is new. It's first time playing in any English team, right? For Leon. So I mean,
and it's hard.
And I think you're adjusting.
Colder weather, wet.
New
New environment, different type of fans. You know? I love the English
Trust
fans.
us, we learned.
The English fans are the best.
Oh my God. Look, whoever's here is usually our core fans.
Leon, Billy.
When we did our signing in August, we got introduced to those fans. And like I said, we have our core audience who comes on, but there it was everyone wanted to come see Leon. And it was nonstop all day for the fans. But I mean, we keep supporting. So is that something you see other agents do, where a player doesn't perform after 4 games, they kind of shove him aside and try to push on a new player or something like that? Or is that is that more so for the teams, switch the players? Do agents sometimes do that too?
Yeah. What were you saying?
I was saying
A reading is coming from Dean
From
at
Dean.
AFC.
yeah.
Dean.
Which one? He has some harsh words for Leon.
Harsh words for Leon.
Let's address them. So he's saying Leon Bailey is no good for Villa. Injury every game, and the man having the least touches of the ball of every game. Keep losing ball back. Bencher, even in a rubbish Villa team, I know he good, but Villa fans got so excited after Everton game, but after that, man is missing for Villa. Be tested against Man City. Grealish versus Bailey.
And
Then he says, no doubt Bailey is good and will be great, but he had to go from Champions League to Villa challenging for just a good FA Cup run. Villa sleeping giants, we won't rise for a long time to come.
listen, when I started the Phoenix Academy, Leon Bailey played his first game. Kyle, Leon, Travis, the rest of them, against an established team called Medhaven. Was in the under 15s, and they lost that game by 6-0. He wasn't seen then. Second game we played was against a team called Corville. They lost by 6-0 again. They were all young. By the 6 months later, they went to the finals of the U13, and they've not looked back since. The fact that Leon has just arrived at Villa, and the fact that he's adjusting to the temperature changes, coaches, life there, doesn't mean that he will always be slipping up in games. What you've seen of Leon versus in the game where he scored that cannon
Yeah.
is only 20 to 30% of what he can do in his potential. I know the player, I know his heart. If there's one thing I can tell you is he loves the fans, he loves the club, and he will give his all for the club. Yeah? The adjustment to playing style, the adjustment to the physicality of it will be a lot. Yeah? But he has done a great job thus far, and we have adjusted as his managerial team, the family, to making sure that he's getting a physio that works with him every day. If you notice, he has not gotten any injuries since that time, and he's been working
even
working
coming
on.
back to Jamaica and then going back in short time.
So that has not happened, and we're very excited about him and excited about the prospects. I think today's game is gonna be, when you get a new coach and you want to impress your coach and you like him and he has pedigree. If I was playing for Steven Gerrard, I'd be giving it everything. And I think that's the difference that may happen today with the Aston Villa team going in against a talented Man City team. Apart from our good friend Raheem Sterling. I remember that jersey on the wall there, that national team jersey of Kevin De Bruyne. He was Leon's, predecessor and hero at Genk.
Yeah.
He was, before Leon, the top player to come out of Genk. Yeah. And now, Leon is now playing against Kevin. Yeah. So that should also be a great matchup. He's a kid that rises to the occasion. People say Leon Bailey scores in Champions League games, and when he plays against Bayern Munich, and when he plays against Dortmund, when he plays against the big clubs, that's when he performs. This is a big club.
Yeah.
It's a big day.
When all the eyes are watching.
Of course. He's going to go there and crush it.
Yeah.
Gonna kill it. Watch.
I mean, all we do is say, just keep watching. Just keep watching. I mean, no one prepares. I mean, he's every time you call him, I feel like he's saying he's at training. He's always
He's
training.
always training.
Even at home, he's probably training. So
Yeah, it's hard. I mean, he says they're at the club from like 9 in the morning until like 6 in the evening.
jeez.
It's like a full-time job
Yeah,
because you eat together, you train together, you
everything.
go through everything.
Yeah. Did you have, or I guess the Dean's here replying, so we'll see what he says. He says, he's Smith signing on not, he is Smith signings on Gerard. I'm sure the man will try fit him in, but there's a lot of deadwood players at Villa. Gerard dropped our record signing from Norwich, and we win games ever since. He said he hopes he becomes a first choice player. However, he's very injury prone with hamstring. Leon will technically be our second best player now, and we shall see next summer in the UK.
Dean, Leon only got injuries in the last year and a half. Before that, he never had an injury.
Yeah.
The last year and a half. And it had a lot to do with those long trips coming to Jamaica and then putting him in economy to come to Jamaica to play for the national team. And then coming off training almost immediately and then going into games.
Yeah.
So we've adjusted from that. We've made sure that he travels first class every time he comes. Put that in the contract with the JFF. Made sure that he's comfortable when he gets there. Make sure that he has a physio that works with him. We've done everything that he will need. Leon is not an injury-prone player. Yeah? Yeah, because he had the hamstring before, Dean. He had the hamstring injury before coming to
that was against
that was in Leverkusen. He got that
Leverkusen.
Yeah.
He came back to play.
Yeah. Right after the national team, he came back to Leverkusen, played and got the hamstring. It was from the travel, but he's good now and he's fine and he's working well. One of the things I'd be Dean if I were you. I'd be a little more grateful for what we have.
Mm-hmm.
What we have is there's COVID, and we're still able to play games and watch our players, and those players are willing to go out and put out their all for us.
Yeah.
And I'd love more of your support and more people in the whole group supporting Leon.
Yeah.
With Raheem is a very close friend,
Mm-hmm.
and like a son.
Can you tell us when the first time either you and Leon or who and Leon met Raheem? How did they initially connect?
Well, when they were younger.
When Leon was at Genk or before that?
Yeah.
Leon was at Genk?
Yeah. When Leon was at before Leon went to Genk, I think when Leon was at Genk, Raheem started to contact him and run into him, and they would see each other at parties when they came home.
Oh yeah, because
and Leon was much younger, like 15, 16, up and coming, and at that time Raheem had just started to break in, Golden Boy, and
he was at Liverpool.
Yeah, then. Liverpool at that time, and they were having a good rapport and motivating him, say, hey, come on, you need to keep going. And Leon would say to him, one day me and you will be on the same pitch. One day. And today is the day. Today is the day. Dean, I have a lot of respect for Steven Gerrard, and I saw Steven Gerrard starting Leon Bailey on the right wing in his position in the last game. And that shows that Gerrard sees what I see. Because Leon, although he's left-footed, he uses both feet very well. And he's a right winger. He's more dangerous on the right every time.
Which is where you train the players every day.
Yeah, every day. Same training. So that's where we are.
All right. So it's going to be exciting. Dean's asking if he's happier under Gerrard. I don't know if you can say happier, but it's different. How do you
It's not about being happier. Because he liked Dean, and Dean is a very affable, very good coach.
Yeah. He went into Norwich and already won, I think, first 2 games. I think.
So Dean is not about him being a bad coach. He's a good coach, very good coach, and he welcomed Leon into the club and did a lot for him when he got there, exposed him, gave him his chances, and I think he's a great guy.
Yeah.
I think what Stephen has brought to Villa and to Leon is that Spartan mentality. You know, you better get out there and better work. I don't care. Training, 4 hours. I don't care. Don't drink any water.
No,
Do your job.
no ketchup.
No ketchup.
No
Nothing.
ketchup.
Just do your job. I don't want to hear any crap.
Yeah.
Work.
Yeah.
And he said that with Leon,
Yeah.
he might even be upset that I say it, but I know my son.
Yeah.
He said that with Chippy, hey,
Yeah.
Alvin and the Chipmunks going go to the when we gone.
Yeah.
It will just be Leon Bailey there.
Leon.
Yeah, so the mischief and the tired,
Yeah.
training hard. So they go on the pitch, he'll be equipped.
Yeah.
You know, and that's what I'll tell you. You have coaches that are not. If you look at the coaches that are never played at the highest level, a good player, a great player, doesn't mean you're a great coach. Yeah, people always say that, but what they didn't add is that it really helps a lot. It really helps because I played football. I played well. I have my name in newspaper clippings up there. When I look at my players and I say, do this, I can say, because I did it too. When I say play the system or the wing back should overlap and do whatever, this is all what you're doing. Say, oh, coach, I'm tired. I looked at Kante, this kid we have him, Romarian Thomas.
Yeah.
And I said to him, Kante, test the keeper. Remember that game?
Yeah.
Test the keeper from about 40 yards out.
Yeah. Was that Pepin match?
No.
That was the.
It was the St. Catherine.
Yeah, St. Catherine.
And said, test the keeper. 40 yards out. Everybody looked at me like, are you crazy?
Yeah.
He tested the keeper and it hit the post.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Crossbar, I think it was.
The crossbar, yeah. Now, why could I say that? Because I've scored from there in the same competition from half line, rifles, and bust the net. If Steven Gerrard looks at Leon and say, hey, don't be afraid to shoot from far. Yeah. It's going to be a little different than a coach who never played much. Yeah. Because Steven Gerrard can say, look at this tape. You saw me scoring here from 40, 35, 40 yards out.
Yeah.
Free kicks, open play. I did it, so you can do it. And this is what helps a lot. So that's really the difference.
Okay. Yeah, and speaking of that, I mean, before we head off, I mean, Mona, so we are now second place still.
Second place.
So Mona we just beat Wolmers yesterday, 1-0, goal by Zane Pinnock. We tried to get some videos up and everything, but unfortunately we're not able to.
ISA, which is the Intersecondary Schools Association, they have a sponsorship with I think Sportsmax.
Sportsmax holds the rights.
Yeah, holds the rights, but they will not allow us to
even
videotape our own games.
Yeah, even matches where Sportsmax isn't even there, nobody else is filming. We're not allowed to film our own game.
I really have to speak with them at the highest level at ISA, because we need this footage to promote the players so that they can get college scholarships or football contracts or opportunities or bring people to look at them. Without this footage, it's not going to help.
Just going off of hearsay. Or just,
we need to show. So unless you're going to go and tape every tape Sportsmax, I would at least appreciate if you will give us the opportunity to tape those games that we're playing in, so that we can have the footage to promote the players.
What was ridiculous is they said we can film it with our cameras, okay, and then so when we have our phones, and the problem with the camera that we brought was it was too professional. It's like, what kind of president?
No, the problem is it's not that. It's not about the presidency. It's about you have sponsors and the sponsors squeeze you.
Yeah, and
unfortunately, these competitions, I don't even think they have enough sponsorship to do the youth levels, the U16s and the U17s. I don't think they have any sponsorship.
Yeah.
And so the little sponsors that they have, they're so afraid to lose them that they would compromise good sense and good logic for clubs
Yeah.
having the footage because they're afraid that it's gonna go up on YouTube and Phoenix Sports Management or Phoenix
Will benefit.
will get um, more
Views and
views than the sponsor, and so it will be a problem.
Yeah.
But as I said, it's really something that we need to discuss with them
Yeah.
because the major thing that people ask is, can we see the video?
Yeah.
Can we see the video? I have a great player in Jamaica named Dujon Richards. Okay, can we see the video?
Yeah. I mean,
Well, we don't have any video because the sponsors of the competition say we can't videotape it. Okay, well, listen. If a tree falls in the forest and there's no one there to hear it, there is no sound because no one is there to hear it. If Messi is in Argentina in the bush and nobody sees him, he's not the greatest player on the planet.
Messi.
There's no Messi. So, if you want to block us from being able to promote our own talent, there's going to be a problem. If you don't recognize sponsors that you need to help these kids in a way that is consistent with being mutually beneficial, then you should not sponsor anymore.
Okay.
Because it's about nation building. Yes, you get the credit for it, but build a nation, build the players, give them the opportunities, and then we go from there. Phoenix is a household name worldwide right now because we do a lot of 90% of the work we do for charity.
If what we didn't do in England wasn't filmed, nothing would be happening in December.
Exactly.
We wouldn't have the showcase Premier League.
Exactly. Can you imagine if we went to
Yeah.
Aston Villa and they said, well, no, you can't film it.
Yeah.
They were even nicer. They didn't say, no, you can't film. They said, hey, don't worry, we'll film it.
Yeah, we'll film it for you.
Here, we'll film it for you and we'll send it to you.
Yeah.
So that's people that are serious about football. That's why I respect that club, Aston Villa. All the others too. But I respect the technical director there a lot. Yeah. And I respect the club and how it works.
Yeah.
So.
All right. Well, I know it's been going to be people.
Raheem, the man, I got shift you up.
Also, happy birthday to my daughter.
Yes, happy birthday to see her.
She turned 2 today, so I have to go.
He has to go. Yeah. I'll take care of the boss, the junior boss.
Let's Friday. You think Friday we should do another one?
We'll do another one on Friday, and we'll go from there. Wishbone of the greatest.
Oh, Friday we have match Clancarthy, so we can try and see if we can squeeze one in before or after.
Let's do it after because Clancarthy is our final match, and we just need to win that game and do our best and respect all schools. But I think we can do a show after.
Okay.
I'm probably gonna try and get in some of our players, Tyreek McGee. You know,
this could be a spot where it could help if we do it there.
Yeah, Tyreek. We want to get Tyreek on the show. We want to bring in Kemar Reed, who's doing super in the Maltese Premier League, the bagman. We want to bring in possibly Kemo Jackson, who's also doing very well there. Ricardo Martin, that's returned to professional football after a sabbatical. We want to also speak to Leon, you know. But we don't know, he might be training.
Yeah. Well, we're going to have to because we've got some big things coming with Leon.
You know, I can just, Gerard, he just looks like the type of coach that, you know, like how I am, that if I'm sneaking, hiding around the bush to see what you're doing.
Yeah.
You know?
He's probably doing the same.
You saw that video that I did with Dubby the other day?
I don't think so.
Dubby is one of our players that we're preparing to go overseas. And after school, training is about to start, and I'm driving in, and he thinks I didn't see him. He's walking down the street with a girl.
Oh, I was there. I saw you.
Jump out to the car, videotape. I said, get to training right now. Right now. Oh, I'm just walking her to the bus stop. I don't want to hear nothing. Let her go by herself. Right into training. You have to push them hard. And I'm really excited about this game. Let's all watch and cheer for both of them and wish them no injuries, lots of love, and a very competitive game.
Healthy competition.
Yeah. Up the Villa.
Yeah.
We're there.
We'll be
Raheem,
back, guys.
good luck, my boy.
Please
And-
subscribe, share,
Yeah.
like everything.
Yeah, help build the channel. Because when we make money out of this, we actually take it and give it to the kids.
Yes.
All right?
All right, guys. Have a good one. Good evening.